and the Red Raiders of Northwestern College. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise for our invocation given by Scott McIlvain and the presentation of the colors by the College of the Ozarks Fire Department, and remain standing for our national anthem sung by Rachel Cochran.
Bow your heads. Lord, I just thank you for tonight, Lord, just this time to get together, Lord, and just really enjoy our time and just watch and play a game that we so dearly love, Lord. I just pray for safety on the court and after the game, Lord. In Jesus, your name I pray. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now let's meet our honorary coaches. For Mid-American Nazarene, Vern Lewis and Vicki Bailey of Liberty Bank. And for Northwestern College, Sean Pingleton and Steve Ware of Empire Electric and Golden Corral. And now let's meet our starting lineups. Starting at a guard for the Pioneers, a 6'6" sophomore from Platte City, Missouri, number 00, Danny Hawkins. Starting for the Red Raiders, a 6'3" sophomore from Hills, Minnesota, number 32, Cale Wurtzma. For Mid-American Nazarene, a 6'9" sophomore from Monticello, Iowa, number 13, Cal Kibbers. Starting for Northwestern College, a 6'6" junior from Sioux Center, Iowa, number 34, Chad Scheidemann. For the Pioneers, a 6-foot junior from Muckwaketa, Iowa, number 14, Adam Hepker. Starting for the Red Raiders, a 6-foot 4-inch junior from Ellsworth, Minnesota, number 40, Kurt Schilling. For Mid-America Nazarene, a 6-foot 7-inch senior from Des Moines, Iowa, number 23, Quinn War. For Northwestern College, a 6-foot 4-inch senior from Paulina, Iowa, number 50, Eric Kruger. For the Pioneers, a 6-foot 5-inch senior from Gardner, Kansas, number 21, Jake Neller. And for the Red Raiders, a 6-foot 6-inch senior from Hinton, Iowa, number 42, Carl Towns. The head coach for Mid-America Nazarene is Rocky Lamar. The head coach for Northwestern is Chris Corver. Our officials this evening are Warren Evans, Jeff Campbell, and Jim Skipper. Ladies and gentlemen, the NAIA and its member schools are committed to promoting character development in collegiate athletics. By embracing the values of respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship, our goal is to improve the culture and reputation of sport, both today and in the future. With that in mind, we ask that all players, coaches, officials, and spectators please help us by being positive role models before, during, and after today's game. The NAIA also requests that your cooperation by not smoking while inside the gymnasium, and a reminder that videotaping of the NAIA championship games is strictly prohibited.
American Nazarene University Pioneers, a record of 32-2. Northwestern coached by Chris Corver, Mid-America Nazarene coached by Rocky Lamar. Scott, we have been anticipating this game all day long. These two teams have just played consistent, good basketball throughout their first 3 games. Should be a terrific semifinal tonight.
This has the makings of a classic, but really the only other semifinals I think made a comparison would be the one in 2002 when Northwestern lost to Evangel. We were kind of anticipating that semifinals much, and already a quick miss of the basket here by Mid-America, and Northwestern will be the team that'll have the first crack at it.
The miss on the lob by a Quinn War. Mid-America dressed in road red. The home team on the scoreboard will be Northwestern, dressed in white with red numerals. Our officials, Warren Evans from Wichita, Kansas, Jeff Campbell from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, Jim Shipper from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Northwestern, the number 11 seed, Mid-America Nazarene, the number 2 seed. It's the Red Raiders going from right to left, Pioneers from left to right. At the top of the circle, Carl Towns. Head of the circle, on the dribble drive, Kurt Schilling drives the right block. Shot partially blocked by a Quinn War. Loose ball picked up by Eric Kruger. Shovel pass at the right elbow to Schilling. On the baseline to Skyman to the right elbow. Great bounce pass to Kruger. Again, the shot blocked by a Quinn War. Outlet to Adam Hepker. To the layup for 2. Adam Hepker averaging 17 points per game on the season, 16 points per game in the tournament. It is a 2-0 lead for the Pioneers. Red Raiders, 3-ball by Wertzman, no good. Long rebound to a Quinn War. Pioneers work it down on the block. Danny Hawkins, short jumper, will bounce in. Danny Hawkins averaging 19 points per game in the tournament. Double figures all 3 games, 17, 20, 21, 17, and 20. His 3-point per game performances. He has played outstanding. A 6'6" sophomore from Platte City, Missouri. The bounce pass from Kruger past Chad Skyman. First turnover committed by the Red Raiders.
Skyman had a little trouble getting away from the defense inside, and the ball was thrown just a little bit out of his reach. And Northwestern a little bit of trouble here. There's Mid-America jumping out early.
Here's Cal Kibbers. Hepker drives the left lane, kicks it on the baseline. Jump shot by Neller, no good. Neller will chase down his own rebound and puts it back to Adam Hepker to reset the half-court offense. Hepker is the straw that stirs the drink, as we have said several times in this tournament. He was the Heart of America Conference Player of the Year. A Quinn War out on the wing to Kibbers. Kibbers just 4 for 12. Or check that, he was 1 for 4, 3 for 5, and 5 for 9 his 3 field goal games. And now an open jumper for Hepker will rattle in and out, no good. And the defensive rebound to Eric Kruger for the Red Raiders. An outlet pass, Skyman lost it, picked up by his teammate Towns. Now Kruger grabs it. Boy, Northwestern having trouble hanging on to the basketball. They trail 4-0. We've played 2.5 minutes. Wertzma, Kruger, left baseline. Towns drives around Hawkins. Kicks it back to Schilling. Nice ball fake. The running jumper good. Kurt Schilling's first 2 points, and now a steal by Skyman. His jumper good. Chad Skyman in this tournament, 17 for 22 from the field. Only 5 misses the entire tournament. We are deadlocked at 4.
And had a real good shooting night in their win over College of the Ozarks on Saturday to put them in the semifinal.
Nice touch pass inside from Jake Neller to Danny Hawkins, and Jeff Campbell with the foul call down low. On Carl Towns, his first, team foul number 1 on the Red Raiders. Substitutions for both teams: Mark DeYoung, a 6'5" junior from Mountain Lake, Minnesota, and Andrew Stimson, who has just been a super sub off the bench, a 6'1" sophomore from Clarinda, Iowa, averaging in double figures in this tournament off the bench. And in for the Pioneers, a 6'4" senior from Olathe, Kansas, Ryan Runberg. Hepker, left wing to Neller, 3-ball up, no good. Defensive rebound to Eric Kruger. Outlet to Skyman. And Adam Hepker did not allow Skyman room to come down, and he'll be called for the blocking foul.
Now Hepker was just a second late getting over there to try to knock the ball away cleanly. Now team fouls even at 1 apiece. Interesting enough, Mid-America Nazarene, kind of one of their MOs in the tournament is to fall behind early. They've been behind early in each of the 3 games, or at least in the 2 of the last 3 games. The first game, they jumped out to a big lead over Trinity International, only to have them to come back and make it a game in the second half.
Baseline jumper by Skyman, no good. Quinn Moore with the rebound. Outlet pass at half court to Hepker. Nice dump pass to Runberg, and good hustle by the Red Raiders to knock the ball out of bounds. This is the 5th semifinal appearance for Northwestern. They have a record of 3-1 in the semifinals. It is the 3rd semifinal appearance for Mid-America. They are 1-1 in the semis. Right wing jumper, good. Ryan Runberg, the senior from Olathe, Kansas, hitting 46% from the field on the season. Gives the Pioneers the 2-0 lead. And a foul called by referee Warren Evans. The foul away from the ball on the Red Raiders, Mark DeYoung. Cal Kibbers back in for the Pioneers.
You know, it's interesting. We always like to go over the numbers here in the tournament here at College of the Ozarks. Northwestern, one of only 2 teams to be in multiple championship games, let alone finals, the other one being the host College of the Ozarks, who finished second in 2000 and won it all last year. Mid-America Nazarene with the victory tonight, but could become the 3rd team to be in multiple championship games.
Cal Kibbers, left wing to Runberg. Man-to-man defense by the Red Raiders, and open 3 for Runberg, short. Nice rebound for Mark DeYoung for Northwestern. We've played 4.5 minutes. Red Raiders trail by a basket 6-4. Open 3 for Stimson. No good. Offensive rebound deflected over to Skyman. Loose ball on the floor. It's going to be picked up by Adam Stimson, who was 6 for 8 from 3-point range in the tournament before that missed shot. Still hitting 67% from beyond the arc, and this is all off the bench, averaging in double figures as the 6th man. DeYoung has it go off his hands. Stimson tries to save it from going out of bounds as he goes crashing into the Mid-America bench, not able to do so, and the turnover gives it back to the Pioneers as Ben Brown, 6'2" freshman from Orange City, Iowa, in for the Red Raiders.
One thing you may notice, and it was the same in the first game, the Mayville State Northwest game won by Mayville State earlier, is that they are really letting the players play inside. A lot of bumping going on inside, a lot of hitting going on inside, but they are letting it go very consistently for all teams. So basically the inside game is being basically unleashed for all the teams playing in this semifinal.
Matt Clark in for the Pioneers, 6'4" senior from Olathe, Kansas, with the basketball. An open 3 for Cal Kibbers, no good. Offensive rebound by Hawkins, saves it back inbounds to Hepker. Drives the lane, dumps it on the baseline. Nice catch by Kibbers. Finds an open teammate, and Hawkins throws it up, no good. Defensive rebound to Chad Skyman. Outlet pass to Mark DeYoung. He stops and pops from long range, no good. Hawkins with a defensive rebound, and here we go the other end. Mid-America Nazarene loves this type of game. Kibbers with a rainbow pass, whistle, and a charging foul. Kibbers smashes into Kurt Schilling and picks up the charge.
As soon as Kibbers caught the pass, he was looking the other way and never saw the Northwestern player stand in his way, Schilling in the lane. never ever saw him. And once he passed the ball, that was an easy call to make as he ran right over Schilling. And that gives Northwestern the ball back and a chance to tie.
Brenton Bell back into the Pioneer lineup. Mid-America Nazarene, the 2 seed, beating Trinity International of Illinois on Thursday, 69-49. Saturday, a 75-73 win over Mount Vernon Nazarene, and then the victory over Indiana Westland, 77-68. Three-point shot up and in for Mark DeYoung. That will give the Red Raiders the lead at 7-6. We have played 6 minutes. Clark at the high post, swings it on the left side to Brenton Bell. At the left elbow, Kibbers. Whistle, traveling violation. The pass from Neller wasn't really ready for it, shuffled the feet, and the turnover gives it back to Northwestern College.
With one of their first leads in the ball game here at 7-6, 14 minutes to go. You know, neither team has really been able to pull away from the other here early in the ball game, as one team kind of seems to get in advance, the next one kind of keeps in it. Both teams kind of like a boxing match, kind of feeling each other out early.
Northwestern with victories over Albertson, Idaho, 99-77. Kansas Wesleyan by 20, 74-54. And College of the Ozarks, as Scott said, on Saturday night, 73-57. Jumper on the wing, no good, and then trying to get the tip in basket. The ball knocked out of bounds by the Pioneers. Northwestern College will keep possession as Danny Hawkins back in for the Pioneers out of the Heart of America Athletic Conference. Rocky Lamar was the conference coach of the year. We told you Adam Hepker was named the conference player of the year. Before the ball is inbounded, a collision. Brenton Bell will pick up the personal foul, his first. Team foul number 3 on Mid-America Nazarene. Again, they'll wipe some perspiration off the floor.
Mentioned the winner will take on Mayville State for the championship game tomorrow night. Again, the championship game will be broadcast nationally on CSTV, 8:30 Central Time. The women's championship game will precede it at 6:30 Central Daylight Time. They are playing the semifinals in Sioux City tonight as we speak.
Ben Brown tried to flip it over to Mark DeYoung. Ball poked out of bounds apparently by Jake Miller. Referee Jim Schipper with the call on the far side of the court. 7-6, Northwestern College the 1-point lead, 13:33 to go in the first half. Red Raider basketball, Andrew Stimson, the sophomore from Clarinda, Iowa, spins in the lane, kicks it out on the wing to Schilling. Jump shot is blocked by Brenton Bell. Mid-America Nazarene, long outlet pass, the layup good for Jake Miller.
And a real good catch by Miller. That pass looked like it was going to be a little long, but he was able to reach his hand up, not only get it, but at the same time put the brakes on right under the basket for the easy layup.
Miller just under 50% from the field in the tournament, 18 for 38. Dribble drive by DeYoung, and sliding on the floor and committing the personal foul is Brenton Bell. That's his second. Team foul number 4, Cale Wertzma back in for the Red Raiders. And here comes Ryan Runberg back in for Mid-America Nazarene.
One thing about both of these ball clubs, Mike, is you will see a lot of players in for both teams. They both go fairly deep on their bench, which should make this a even bigger endurance test than most games, simply because a lot more players will be involved throughout the end. So Maine's foul situations are really going to be big to watch tonight.
It's an 8-player rotation, but they rotate in and out quickly. Baseline jumper DeYoung, good. He has 5. Averaging 8 points per game on the season. Red Raiders retake the lead 9-8. We played just under 7.5 minutes. Holding foul as the Pioneers working on the right side of the lane. And the foul on Northwestern College goes on Mark DeYoung, his second personal foul. Here comes Matt Clark and Cal Kibbers back in for the Pioneers, and checking back in for the Red Raiders is Carl Towns. 9-8, Red Raiders lead the Pioneers. 12.5 minutes to go here in the first half at College of the Ozarks in Point Lookout, Missouri. We are at the Keeter Gymnasium, which has been the site of the national tournament every year since 2000. The baseline jumper, Kibbers, no good. Defensive rebound, Chad Skyeman. Andrew Stimson between the circles. Goes right side to Wertzma. Quickly covered up, bounce pass to Skyeman. At the right elbow, flips to Carl Towns out at the top of the key. One dribble goes left side to Wertzma, being hounded by Matt Clark. Good defense. Wertzma looks for an open teammate, finds one in Ben Brown. Shot clock inside 10 as we're under 12 minutes to go in the half. Stimson, high arcing shot, no good. Offensive rebound, Towns puts it up and in. Biggest lead of the night for the Red Raiders at 3. An 11-8 cushion with 11:40 to go in the first half. Hepker against this man-to-man defense. Kibbers, penetration by Hepker. Shot is good, and a three-point opportunity coming up for Adam Hepker.
Not much of an opening there for Adam Hepker, Mike. He just saw the opening, basically a crease in the defense for the Red Raiders, and drove to the basket to possibly tie this one up. You know, you talk about two teams, Mike, that have been the most consistent teams in this tournament since it's been a point lookout. They're matching up against each other tonight, and so far, both teams are kind of showing you why they're so successful in this tournament. They play awfully hard.
Team fouls even at 4 apiece. Hepker's free throw no good. Defensive rebound to Cale Wertzman. Hepker in the tournament was 16 for 19 from the free throw line. Pretty good percentage at 84%, but not able to complete the three-point play. So the lead is 1. On the dribble drive, a foul called on Ryan Runberg as he hammered Cale Wertzman to the floor.
And you know, the interesting thing about that foul is it was not on the block itself. The block was clean, but as he was following through on the block, his body ran into him, and that's where the foul was called, and will send Northwestern to the free throw line for a pair from the charity stripe.
Quinn War getting set to check in for Mid-America Nazarene. Wertzman's first free throw good. He is 4 for 8 to the tournament from the charity stripe. War in, Runberg out for Mid-America Nazarene. Both teams struggling from the free throw line in the tournament. Northwestern College 54 for 79, 68%. Mid-America Nazarene 40 of 62, just 65%. Second free throw will bounce in.
One thing about it, though, Mike, especially in the case of Northwestern, they have been strong at the line in the last 5 minutes of the ball game. They have really been able to seal some games there overall. Mid-America struggling a little bit more during the game, but still, the free throw line, I think, is going to be a factor in this game tonight.
There's no question the last 5 minutes of this game will come down to free throws. Danny Hawkins on the right block. Backs in, spins, has it rejected. Great defensive play on the block. It was Carl Towns. Here come the Red Raiders. 3-point lead in possession, under 11 minutes to go in the first half. Wertzman at the left elbow. Bounce pass left baseline, Ben Brown, a terrific three-point shooter off the bench. Swing it on the right side to Wertzman, thought about the three, penetrates the paint, shot up and in off the window. And in Pioneers, in their hurry to get down floor, will turn it over.
What they were trying to do is take advantage of Northwestern maybe being a little slow to get back on defense. They actually had a guy down there that was open, but the pass was way too high for him. A big turnaround here. Northwestern not only gets the basket, but then forces a stop, and now the Red Raiders could extend their biggest advantage of the night.
By 5, nearing the halfway mark of the first half. Wertzman inside with the left hand too strong. Will get back his own rebound. Stimson, 3-ball left pocket, good. We told you he was 6 for 8 from 3-point range. He missed one earlier, makes this one, puts him 7 for 10, 70% from beyond the arc in the tournament. That's a money player off the bench. Biggest lead of the night at 8 for the Red Raiders at 18-10. 3-ball good by Brett Bell.
Big one right there, Mike. One that Mid-America needed, as Northwestern had gone on a run and got momentum in the ball game, and Mid-America at least curtails it for the time being.
Back to a 5-point lead with 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. The national semifinals of NAIA Men's Division II tournament. Straight on 3 off the iron for Kurt Schilling. Here comes Hepker doing 70 and a 45 and a charging foul. You could just tell, Scott, he was out of control going into the lane.
You know, Rocky Lamar is making an argument here, and I'm not sure that he may not have a point, although it's really hard to tell. What he's claiming is that Hepker may have been pushed from behind. You mentioned Hepker was going in out of control, but one of the Northwestern players kind of knocked the ball from behind. And the argument he was making, not a very vehement one, but he was making the argument that he thought that maybe someone pushed Hepker into the defender down there, and that's where the foul was. Rocky Lamar making his case now, but the Officials still called the foul on Mid-America, and now Northwestern with a 5-point lead in the ball.
Ball deflected in backcourt, recovered by the Red Raiders. My only comment would be you have to catch him to push him. I don't think they could catch him. Down on the block, nice move, Towns. Puts the short jumper up, it will circle off the rim, no good. Hawkins with the rebound, and it's grabbed by Cal Kibbers. Under 9 minutes to go in the first half, 18-13. Pioneers trail by 5. They have possession of the basketball. Chris Korver, the head coach for Northwestern College, up yelling out for his team to play hard defense. Good feed inside to Kibbers for 2. 5-0 run by the Pioneers to pull within 3, 18-15, 8.5 to go in the first half. Low post, Carl Towns. Nice feed to a cutting Kruger. It appeared to be Kruger or Schilling. It's going to be a foul called on the Pioneers. It was Kurt Schilling who was fouled in the act of shooting and will get 2. The personal foul on a Quinn War, his first.
You know, this really feels like a championship atmosphere because besides College of the Ozarks, probably the 2 teams that in this tournament that draw the most fans are Northwestern and Mid-America Nazarene. Probably add to that William Jewell, the years they've been in the tournament, those have probably been the 3 teams that have drawn the best of the out-of-town teams, of course, exception of College of the Ozarks, and you have to throw Evangel. They're just from up the road in Springfield, so they're almost a local team, but 2 of the 3 biggest drawers are here tonight. They're here in force. We have a great crowd for this semifinal game.
Schilling misses the first, makes the second. He came in 5 for 7 from the free throw line for his tournament effort. The lead back to 4 at 19-15 with 8:10 to go in the first half. Kibbers feeds down low to Hawkins. Whistle and a foul. Skyman came in and blocked the shot. But Carl Towns got him with the body before the rejection. That's Towns' second personal. Danny Hawkins at the free throw line. First one good. He was under 50% from the stripe for the tournament, just 8 for 17. Hepker back in for the Pioneers, 19-16. The lead down to 3 for Northwestern. Hawkins' second free throw good. Nice rotation. He has 4 points. And the Pioneers 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Northwestern College 3 for 4 from the stripe. We've played 12 minutes. A steal by the Pioneers. They can tie it with a 2, take the lead with a 3.
Now a 7-1 run for Mid-America to get back to within 2 here with 7:45 to play in the first half.
Kibbers at the high post. Runberg, 3 ball for the lead. Circles in.
Timeout call, the official calling a timeout to kind of think there was a potential collision after the basket by a couple players about to get into it. The official, I think, doing the right thing, blowing the whistle, telling them to settle down, don't want to call anything unnecessary in a game of this close.
Runberg 3 for 4 from 3-point range in the tournament, 20-19. The Pioneers have battled back to take the lead. Spin move in the lane, jumper by Skyman, no good. The ball goes out of bounds and it goes off the forehead of a Red Raider.
Well, now a 10-1 run by Mid-America after they were down 8, 18-10. Lead at 20-19 now with 7:15 to go in the half, and these teams, neither one can just pull away from the other for very long.
Good move by Kibbers, draws the foul, taking it strong to the hole.
You know, one thing I don't know that if the officials have been looking that much for it tonight, but a lot of playing inside the lane, Mike, and might expect them to start watching for some 3-second calls because we've had some of the big players for both teams that have been in the lane maybe a little bit longer than 3 seconds.
Travis Van Ringenborder picked up the personal foul, his first. The first free throw by Kibbers good. Cal with 3 points, averaging 9 points in the tournament, 12 points on the season. Checking out is Danny Hawkins. Also, Rocky Lamar will bring Brenton Bell back in off the bench to replace Adam Hepker. I've never seen anybody stay on the bench for such little a time as Hepker. He'll come in, get a drink of water, grab a towel. Sometimes he'll sit. Sometimes he'll just go straight back to the scores table after the ball's thrown back in play.
Taking a quick break there, going to take a sit and get a drink of water, but you're right, he's not out for very long.
Kibber's second free throw will rattle in. Gives him 4 points.
Up the run to 12-1 now for Mid-America as they lead it by 3.
And we're down 18-10. As Scott said, a 12-1 run. Here is Wertzma to the hole, and a foul called on the Pioneers. Brenton Bell's third personal, so Rocky Lamar will have to go to his bench and take Bell out of the game with 6:52 to go in the first half.
8th team foul on Mid-America Nazarene. This will be a 2-shot foul anyway because he was on the shot, but only one more foul to give. Kind of a contrast to the first game, Mike, because in the first game, we didn't see one of the bonus till the second half.
Bell out. Here comes Adam Hepker in. Wertzma missing the first free throw. Just a 50% shooter from the stripe in the tournament, 62% on the season. So better numbers in the regular season than the tournament. Will get 1 out of 2 here. He has 5. And the lead, 2 points for the Pioneers, 22-20. 6:45 to go until halftime. Red Raiders stay in a man-to-man defense. 3-point shot out of the right wing, no good by Neller. Long rebound tipped out to Adam Hepker. Bounce pass to Runberg, shot up and in. Hepker can flat distribute the basketball. 24-20 Pioneers. And a pass over the head of Schilling out of bounds.
Caught by Rocky Lamar, the head coach of Mid-America Nazarene. I didn't know he had that good of hands over there, but he caught that one on the fly. And you know, it's funny, you got 2 coaches that have had successful programs. Northwestern's going to take a timeout here, 24-20. They trail Mid-America Nazarene with 6:22 to go in the first half. But you got 2 coaches that have been very successful with their programs, and they're complete opposites. Chris Corver doesn't get very excited. He's very intense, but stays pretty calm. And I have to admit, of all the coaches I've watched coach at any level, Rocky Lamar's in my top 5. I love watching him on the sidelines. He gets animated. He gets very excited. Really knows what to do to help keep his players in the game. Very competitive. You know, Rocky's been there for quite a while and still does not lack any enthusiasm for wanting to have this team be a success. As you mentioned, he was in the national championship game in 2001, lost to Northwestern in the title game that year, and trying to make a return to the championship game this year.
55 seconds left in the first half. It's College of the Ozarks 33, Mid-America Nazarene 29.
We mentioned Mid-America Nazarene. They were in the Final Four here last year, and they were defeated by Huntington in the semifinals.
78-68 was the score last season. Pioneer basketball up by 4, just over 6 minutes to go before halftime. Matt Clark yet to score in the tournament. Top of the circle, Ryan Runberg, 3-ball up, short. Look at War Scott to try to get a rebound. Hawkins saves it back in bounds, but he throws it to Wade Vandermont. Outlet to Wertzma. Between a double team, whistle and a foul will be called on Mid-America Nazarene.
During the timeout, they announced the score. College of the Ozarks leading Mid-America Nazarene at the women's Final Four in Sioux City. I do not remember a year, Mike, where we've had so many teams playing in both tournaments at the same time. It has happened several times. Happened to College of the Ozarks on Friday, as both teams played at the same time in their second round games on Friday. And it's happened several times where they played or played just like one game off. It happened with Indiana Wesleyan. It's happened with Mid-America. It happened with Northwestern on Friday as well. So it just shows you that several programs have had success in both the men's and women's programs this year.
Again, Wertzma will miss the first, make the second. He has 6 points. Red Raiders 5 for 8 from the free throw line. Mid-America 4 for 5. 3-point lead for the Pioneers, 24-21, under 6 minutes to go in the first half here at College of the Ozarks. A Quinn War holds it up high, goes left side to Runberg. Good 3-point shooter, fakes the 3. His pass deflected by Wertzma. Wertzma saves it, throws it down court to Eric Kruger for the dunk. Cale Wertzma deflected the ball away, saved it, and threw a perfect pass to Eric Kruger for the slam.
But the main thing is when he saved it towards his basket where it would have the least amount of risk. And not only did they not get the ball back, but they also got a dunk in the process.
We just told you Ryan Runberg was a good three-point shooter. He buries one from to the right of the top of the circle. His second tray of the night, he has 10 points. 26-23 on the strength of the three ball. The Pioneers with the three-point lead, under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Stimson travels with the basketball. Cal Kibbers back in for Mid-American Nazarene. Ben Brown checking back in for Northwestern College. Both teams making their 12th appearance in the national tournament. They have been here 9-9 on every year, have a nice string of appearances, and that looks to continue again next year because these teams are so talented and very deep. A Quinn War puts it up off the glass, no good. He is fouled and will shoot 2 free throws.
You know, Mid-America's an interesting case. They've kind of been at both ends of it the last 2 years. Last year, they were the last team in this tournament. Their string of 8 in a row at that time, or 7 in a row at that time, was in danger, but because all the tournaments ahead of them finished well, even as the 26th ranked team in the country, they still got the last at-large bid of this tournament and still made a run to the Final Four. This year they came in as the number 2 seed and now are back at the Final Four again.
That is just the 3rd free throw made in 9 attempts for a Quinn War. He's so athletic, can jump out of the building, but has struggled at the free throw line, and there's another example. He missed the second. 4-point lead for Mid-America, 27-23, 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Schilling missed it. Red Raiders get it back. Schilling drives on a Quinn War to the block. Reverses back to Kruger. Bounce pass off the dribble to a cutting Stimson for 2. Timeout in Mid-America Nazarene with 4:04 to go in the first half. 27-24, the Pioneers still lead the Red Raiders by a bucket.
You know, the problem there was that Mid-America, after the main basket, kind of left the guard, Matt Clark, by himself in the backcourt. Mid-America had shot all the way down the floor. There was no one to throw it to. He had to call a timeout or else he was facing a 5 count. And Northwestern getting the ball back. Mid-America Nazarene, after trailing by 8 in this half, have pulled back, got it back, and had a lead. Northwestern getting within 2. And this is just kind of like we saw in the first game, where neither team can get a huge margin without the other one coming back. It just shows you how equal these Final Four games have been. And we said last position might win the last game. It got a little bit more outstretched than that for Mayville State, but you're kind of looking at a very similar finish in this ball game, the way that Mid-America and Northwestern are going at it.
Northwestern record of 25-9 here in the national tournament. Mid-America 18-11. So 2 teams that really are accustomed to postseason play. No surprises tonight. It's just going to be the team that really shoots the ball better, executes better, and handles the pressure. Hawkins at the top of the circle. Right side, Hepker. The leaner off the window, good. Lead back to 5 for the Pioneers, 29-25. Good timeout there by Rocky Lamar to calm his ball club down, and they ended up getting a basket. Here's Stimson. Right wing Kurt Schilling at the top of the circle. 3:20 to go before halftime. 29-25. Red Raiders down by 4 with possession of the basketball. Eric Kruger, deep 3, Kurt Schilling, no good. Hawkins with the defensive rebound. Outlet to Hepker. Shovel pass to Jake Neller. Inside to Hawkins. Nice spin move, short jumper off the glass and in.
Hawkins uses the glass, and how many times do you see a shot of that nature bounce off the back rim because they won't use the backboard? Hawkins knew what he had to do, used that square perfectly, and got the basket. Now Northwestern on a turnover as they throw it away inside, and Mid-America will get the ball back.
Hawkins was almost shooting down at the basket. He's so tall and had his momentum going up. His arms are so long, he's 6'6" already. But as you said, a nice job of using the backboard instead of not it, and maybe it bounces off the back of the rim. 6-point lead in the ball for the Pioneers, 2:40 to go before halftime. 31-25, the number 2 seed leading the number 11 seed. There is a steal by Andrew Stimson. 2-on-2 the other way. Skyman, call for traveling.
Almost a nifty move there, but he took just an extra step, an extra hand step. In fact, he's asking if that was a travel, and the whole Northwestern side was kind of saying travel. Of course, they're a little bit biased, but it did look like he took an extra step there, and Mid-America gets the ball back.
Danny Hawkins, right wing Adam Hepker. Hawkins post up down low, doesn't get it this time. Top of the circle, Cal Kibbers. Hepker with a wraparound bounce pass to Hawkins. Closely guarded by Chad Skyman. To the block, turnaround jumper, good. 8 for Hawkins in the first half. And all of a sudden, the biggest lead of the night for Mid-America at 8. 33-25 with 1:54 to go in the half. Red Raiders turn it over. Wertzman trying to hit Ben Brown, but Brown cut the other way. The pass went behind him, and a timeout taken by Chris Corver.
Now, even though there's only 1:51 to go in the first half, Mike, this is a good timeout for Northwestern because you can't let this game get too far away before halftime. You still got a couple of possessions left to try to do something, and so what they will do here is try to take the timeout just to calm them down and set up not only the next, part of the next 2 or 3 possessions of this half as Mid-America on a run here at the end of the half to try to put it out there. They can get a double-digit lead at halftime. That would really put Northwestern behind the 8 ball and really force them to maybe start pressing a little bit going into the second half.
Scott, how about Mayville State, North Dakota? They have never been in a championship game. They will be tomorrow night following their victory earlier this evening here at Keeter Gym. They beat Northwest out of Kirkland, Washington, 74-65.
That's right. As we mentioned, they did get to the quarterfinals last year, lost to the eventual national champion, College of the Ozarks, but they've been, as I told Don West in the first game, they've been the late team. They played late show every night, so a lot of folks who have usually been sleeping when Mayville State played got a chance to see them play tonight. Boy, they are playing well at the right time and will be a handful for whoever wins this game tomorrow night.
Some people have gotten some sleep.
A few have.
Okay.
Now people work on the tournament
Let's see. Hepker just outside the foul line from 17, swish. He has 8. It's a double-digit lead for the Pioneers. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Mid-America Nazarene.
And I was about to say a very important possession for Northwestern, and one of the few times we've really seen Northwestern press the issue a little bit too much there. Really didn't have a good break there, a little bit out of control and tried to force a shot up. Now Mid-America, only 1:10 to go in the first half, and a really, really good opportunity for them to get somewhat of a safe cushion at halftime.
Hawkins at the block has just been a man. Puts it up, no good. Gets his own rebound back and tips it in. 10 for Hawkins. He has been in double figures all 4 tournament games. It's a 12-point lead for Mid-America Nazarene, 37-25. Final minute of play in the first half. Brown to Skyman. At the free throw line. Spins, off-balance shot, no good. Rebound, Runberg. Hepker tips it to Neller for the layup.
Northwestern will probably go for the final shot of the half. They've got the arrow to start the second half. They don't have a choice here because Mid-America has all the momentum. Almost a must-make here going into halftime for Northwestern. Down by 12, down by 14, excuse me.
Shot clock turned off, game clock at 15. An open lane for Wertzma for the layup. Gail Wertzma with 8. Pioneers quickly to the other end with 6 seconds. Adam Hepker. 3-point shot, buries it! Boy, the number 2 seed warmed up in the last half of the first half. That's as good as 10 minutes of basketball. And we welcome you back to Keeter Gymnasium on the campus of College of the Ozarks in Point Lookout, Missouri. Mike McClure along with Scott McCauley. We get ready to start the second half. It is Mid-America Nazarene leading at Northwestern 42-27. And it will be Red Raider basketball, down 15 to start the second half. Same 5 starters for the Red Raiders. The short jumper by Skyman, no good. Rebound pulled away by a Quinn War. Wertzman, Skyman, Schilling, Towns, and Kruger. Starting 5 for the Red Raiders. Here is a steal by Kruger as we go the other way. Coming off the high post screen, Wertzman, left wing to Schilling. The give and go layup missed by Wertzman. Rebound grab by Skyman. Goes up between a double team, scores and draws the foul. Just the second basket for Chad Skyman. He has 4 points. We'll go to the free throw line looking to complete the three-point play. Numbers from the first half, Mid-America Nazarene 17 for 29, 59%. Northwestern College 10 for 26, just 39%. Rebounding totals even at 15 apiece. The free throw good for Skyman, who has 5 points. And Northwestern 6 for 9 from the line. One correction, it was Mid-America Nazarene 5 for 7 from the free throw line in the first half rather than 5 for 8. So the first 3 points scored by the Red Raiders. Badly in need of a second half rally if they want to advance to tomorrow night's championship game at 8:30 p.m. and take on Mayville State out of Mayville, North Dakota. Hepker with the basketball for the Pioneers out of Olathe, Kansas. Top of the arc, 3-point shot by Kibbers, short, whistle, foul on the rebound. Jim Shipper, our referee, with the call. Hale Wertzman's first personal. Team foul number 1 on the Red Raiders. It will put Jake Neller at the free throw line. Neller's free throw no good. His first miss in the tournament. He had hit 4 for 4. Second one in the air, good. Neller with 5. And the lead back to 13, 43-30. We are just underway in the second half of this second semifinal. Give and go. Wertzman with a left hand, good. Dale Wertzman in double figures with 10 points, and he has been in double digits all 4 tournament games. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's a turnover committed by Mid-America Nazarene. Wertzman cut off on the block. Good defense by Adam Hepker. Rainbow pass comes out to the free throw line. Skyman, top of the arc, Kruger. Towns, 3-point shot on the way, no good, but a foul will be called on Jake Neller. First personal on Neller. They say a non-shooting foul, so the Red Raiders will inbound the basketball right in front of their team bench. Wertzman guarded by Hepker. Top of the circle, Eric Kruger. A weave run out front by the Red Raiders out of Orange City, Iowa. Winners of 15 of their last 17 games. Nice spin move in the lane, shot up no good by Skyman. Got his own rebound back and then has it poked out of bounds by Danny Hawkins. Northwestern College will keep possession. Jeff Campbell would come in and separate Neller and Schilling. Officiating crew of Warren Evans, Jeff Campbell, Jim Shipper doing a good job of keeping control of this game. Again, Skyman misses from inside the lane. Pioneers with the rebound. Hawkins out to Neller. Top of the circle, Adam Hepker. Swinging on the right side to Kibbers. Back to Hepker. Bounce pass on the left block to Hawkins. Draws the double team, looks for an open teammate. Waist-high right-handed dribble to the free throw line. Still puts it on the floor. Gets it over to Hepker. 18-foot jumper, good. Adam Hepker with 13. 45-32 Pioneers. The lead back to 13. Deep three by Wertzman off the iron. Hawkins with the rebound. Outlet to Hepker. 2-on-2. Hepker all the way. Layup, good. He is just explosive. Adam Hepker with 15. And It's back to a 15-point lead for Mid-America Nazarene, 47-32. They led at half, 42-27. Both teams 5 points apiece here in the second half. We've played just over 3 minutes. Foul line jumper, Wertzman, no good. On the rebound, nice bounce pass inside to Carl Towns for the basket. Towns hitting 72% from the field this season, 67% in the tournament. Hawkins with a spin move, shot up and in. Danny Hawkins has played a tremendous basketball game in double figures with 12. Their leading scorer in the tournament, averaging 19 points per game. Hook shot by Kruger off the mark. Hawkins with the rebound. 15-point lead in the ball from Mid-America Nazarene as the crowd from Olathe, Kansas standing behind their team bench. 3 substitutions getting ready to check in for the Red Raiders, 2 for the Pioneers. As again, Chris Corber and Rocky Lamar using their bench. Entry pass into Hawkins and a foul over the back committed by Northwestern College. Chad Skyman's first personal. Matt Clark, Ryan Grunberg in for Mid-America Nazarene. Matt Clark, Akeem War. Adam Hepker joining Danny Hawkins on the floor for Mid-America Nazarene. 2-3 zone by the Red Raiders. Stimson and Bell on top. Running the baseline, it's DeYoung. The alley-oop and the slam dunk for a Quinn War on the perfect assist from Adam Hepker. First basket of the night for a Quinn War. That slam dunk gets the crowd back into the game. And it also puts the Pioneers up by 17, 51-34. Hook shot at the other end will not count. Foul before the shot, called by referee Warren Evans. Third personal foul on a Quinn War. Josh Van Ness checking in. Bell, Skyman, baby hook in the lane, good. 7 for Skyman. 17-point lead down to 15, 51-36 with almost 5 minutes having been played in the second half. Mid-America Nazarene and Northwestern, a rematch of the 2001 National Championship game won by Northwestern, 82-78. Baseline jumper for 2, no good by Runberg, but Mid-America Nazarene gets the offensive rebound. Runberg, two-handed pass to Hepker, back to Runberg against this zone defense. Dribble drive into a double team, kicks it top of the circle to Clark, who has not scored this tournament. Runberg, rainbow pass to Hepker. Shot clock is under 10. 14:30 to play in the game. Hepker for 3, too strong. War tips the rebound over to Hawkins, missed it from point blank range, and the rebound grabbed by Mark DeYoung for the Red Raiders. Pull-up jumper by Stimson, no good. Offensive rebound, Ben Brown may have pushed off and getting it, and he did, according to referee Jeff Campbell. Second personal foul on Ben Brown. Team fouls were even at 3 apiece. Here comes the 3-man rotation again for Rocky Lamar. Now the 5 on the floor will be Bell, Hepker, Hawkins, Neller, and down on the baseline, Cal Kibbers. Still a 15-point lead, 51-36. That's where we were at halftime. It was 42-27 Pioneers. Hepker just outside the foul line. Kibbers back to Hepker, fires from 15 and hits. 17-point lead. Here's the shot in the lane, good by Skyman, who has attempted most of the shots here in the second half for Northwestern College. He has 9 in the game. Whistle, offensive foul on Adam Hepker, his 3rd. I remember, what, 9 pretty quick. Oh, the 3, yeah, the 4 threes in a row, correct. Yeah, that was the turning point in the game. Absolutely. Yeah. Mark DeYoung on the baseline. Chad Skyman back out to the right elbow. DeYoung from 17. Air ball. Offensive rebound grabbed by the Red Raiders. And then Neller pokes it out of bounds. Josh Van Ness with that offensive board. Turnovers almost even at halftime. 8 for Northwestern and 7 for Mid-America Nazarene. Lob in the low post, too high, and a steal by the Pioneers. Here comes Brenton Bell. Rifles a pass in the lane to Danny Hawkins for 2. Danny Hawkins making a strong statement for maybe the MVP of the tournament. Point outputs of 20, 17, 21, has 14 tonight, and his team leads by 17, 55-38, as Northwestern College calls for and receives a timeout with 12:46 to play in the basketball game.
Right now, momentum really on the side of Mid-America Nazarene, and it was all that final 5 minutes of the first half. I remember when we mentioned how important it was for Northwestern not to lose touch with Mid-America Nazarene, but Nazarene, even though Northwestern scored on a big play towards halftime, you kind of knew what was on the way when Hepker hit that 3 at the buzzer to end the first half. And Mid-America in the second half has picked up right where they've left off, just 12:46 to go. And as we said, Mid-America should remember that Northwestern can score a lot of points quickly, but boy, with as well as Mid-America is playing right now, all that momentum, they're going to have to really do something quickly to turn around before Mid-America runs away and hides.
Both teams in their 3 tournament games, when you add up the 3 totals, Northwestern was hitting 56% from the field, Mid-America Nazarene 50% from the field. But in the first half tonight, Northwestern College is 39%, 10 for 26, and they have not shot 50% here in the second half. It will be Red Raider basketball, down 17 with 12.5 minutes to play in the national semifinals. Good move by Skyman, reaching in, foul called on Mid-America Nazarene. Cal Kibber's second personal foul. That will put Chad Skyman to the free throw line. His first 3 games, 9 for 13 from the stripe. Real consistent, 70% on the season, 69% in the tournament. First free throw, no good. The Red Raiders just 6 for 10 from the stripe tonight. Here comes Eric Kruger, the 6'4" senior from Paulina, Iowa, back in for Northwestern College, replacing Josh Van Ness. Northwestern College 26-8, winners of 15 of their last 17 games. Second free throw good. Skyman in double figures with 10, and he has been in double digits all 4 tournament games. 55-39, a 16-point lead in possession for Mid-America Nazarene out of the Heart of America Athletic Conference. Their school enrollment 1,500, Northwestern College enrollment 1,300. Right wing Neller, right baseline, ball tipped up in the air, grabbed by Kibbers, puts it up, missed it, but draws a foul. Martin DeYoung's third personal foul. Team foul number 4 on Northwestern College puts Cal Kibbers to the stripe. His 3 tournament games, 8 for 11, 73%, which is a lot better than his 62% free throw percentage on the season. The first one no good. Here comes a Quinn Moore back into the game. And Mid-America Nazarene could have a bigger lead, except for the fact they are just 5 for 10 from the free throw line tonight.
So far, it really hasn't hurt him, Mike, but boy, it's a situation that they've got to be careful of, because we mentioned how the free throw shooting has been very inconsistent in this whole tournament for both these clubs.
Missed them both. Here's a 3 ball by Stimson, short, gets his own rebound back. Looks for a teammate and finds one in Chad Skyman. Left baseline, Eric Kruger. Nice give and go to Kruger. Shot blocked by a Quinn War. Loose ball picked up by Andrew Stimson. And another fresh offensive possession. DeYoung, shot no good. Gets it back. This will spin in. DeYoung was 7. And a steal by Andrew Stimson. Left baseline for 3. DeYoung will bounce out. Offensive rebound put up and in by Skyman, who has a dozen.
Watch out, Mike. Mid-America Nazarene's lead is now down to 12. And here come the Red Raiders.
From 17 to 12 on a 5-0 run. On the block, shot blocked as Bell went up but had it rejected by Wurtzman. Top of the arc, Neller for 3. Bounces out, rebounds Skyman, and he stepped on the end line.
Boy, that's a big break for Mid-America because not only do they get the ball back, that stops the clock to get a couple of their big guns back in the ball game.
He knew he did it. Referee Jeff Campbell knew he did it, and he hands him the ball and just gave him a look like, I wish you hadn't seen that.
Yeah. So why were you looking at that time?
Inbounds to a Quinn War. Hepker at between the circles. Under 11 minutes to play. 55-43. Mid-America Nazarene by a dozen. They led by as many as 17. 51-34. They set a screen for Hepker. Drives the lane. Shot rejected by Kruger out of bounds. It will still be Mid-America basketball with a shot clock at 13.
Even though they're still up 12, kind of a big possession here for Mid-America Nazarene to try to curtail some of the momentum that Northwestern's been able to pick up.
Rundberg for 3, no. A Quinn War with an offensive rebound. Referee Warren Evans with the foul call. Oh, on Mark DeYoung, that's his 4th.
Going to call him for a push off inside, and we were kind of screened out by that one. It looked like that Ward just come up there and got a quality rebound and thought maybe at first the rebound was going to be called, or the foul was going to be called on him, or maybe one of the other Northwestern players for pushing off inside. But lo and behold, they get the foul called on Northwestern, their 5th. But again, DeYoung's 4th.
Fresh 35 on the shot clock. Neller right baseline for 3. Bounces out almost either basket interference or offensive goaltending as Cal Kibbers went up, touched it, and then knocked it out of bounds off of the Pioneers. As it turns out, it will still be Red Raider basketball, but that was close to basket interference.
Very close. Certainly got up there, and I think he tried to actually lay off of it, and that may have been one of the reasons that deflected out of bounds, because he kind of knew he was in very shaky shape there, trying to get up to get that follow-up dunk.
Big possession for the Red Raiders. A 3-ball makes it a single-digit deficit. Here is Wurtzman driving, and a foul on Mid-America Nazarene. Stops the clock with 10:06 to play in the game. Ryan Rundberg's 2nd personal foul.
You know, we've seen this so many times. We've seen 2 or 3 games where big leads by one team has evaporated. In one case, the other team came back to win. In a couple of other cases, they fell just short. But Northwestern kind of doing the same formula. They're not trying to get all 12 points back at once. They're just chipping away slowly, very slowly. Wurtzman makes the first one to make an 11-point margin here. Wurtzman, one of their big shooters, one more, and it's just a 10-point deficit for the Red Raiders, which he makes 55-45 now at 10:06 to go here in the second half.
He has a dozen. He's averaging 5 points per game more in the tournament than in the regular season. 15 points per game in the tournament, 10 in the regular season. A 10-point lead with exactly 10 minutes to play in the basketball game. Mid-America Nazarene, the 2 seed, leading 11th seed Northwestern College. Pioneers get it down low. Rundberg has it rejected. Kruger may have got a piece of it, and here come the Red Raiders. Stimson. Schilling to the left baseline. Pump fake. Shot up. Bounces out. And the defensive rebound to Ryan Rundberg. And Rundberg called for throwing an elbow, trying to get away from a double team. Sends Kurt Schilling to the floor, and Jeff Campbell with the foul call.
Player control foul, and I tell you what, the Northwestern fans, I think, were about to all could jump out of their seats when they thought it was going to go against them, but the only Mid-America player down there gets called for the foul. That's his third, and so he'll leave the lineup in a big possession here. And again, Mid-America with the lead, but a very tedious lead right now as the Red Raiders really have the momentum back in this game.
Schilling over War, no good. Tip attempt by Kruger is short, and then a foul on the rebound will go on Northwestern College. Eric Kruger's first personal. That's the 6th team foul on Northwestern. The next Red Raider foul puts Mid-America into the bonus. Mid-America has 17 fouls. Northwestern College already in the 1-1.
So we will have a lot of free throws, and as Mike mentioned in the first half, free throw shooting's not been a strength for either one of these ball clubs during this tournament.
Kibbers. Top of the circle, Adam Hepker, back to Kibbers, bounce pass left baseline, Hawkins. They haven't used him a lot to Quinn War for the dunk. Great pass from Hawkins, and a slam dunk for a Quinn War. Both his baskets are dunks. He has 5 points. 12-point lead, 57-45. Stimson to the paint on the wing. Wertzma for 3, yes.
I tell you what, Ward got out there at the last minute, and I thought maybe even got a piece of it. Looked like he may have got a fingertip on it, but Wertzma with a solid swish of the basket to pull Northwestern to within 9.
Got the deficit down to single digits with 8:48 to go, so one small goal accomplished for Northwestern. Hawkins on the block, draws a double team, dishes to Kibbers, who draws a foul. Hawkins did so much damage in the first half, 10 points, all inside the paint. Now has done a nice job of passing the basketball. Has scored 14 points in the game, but a nice assist to War. Would have had a nice assist to Kibbers had he made the basket.
Mike, we got 8:40 to go in the second half. Mid-America's leads down to 9. And we've seen this, as I mentioned, 3 other games in the tournament where teams got off to a huge deficit. In the case of the first time, Mount Vernon Nazarene, as we're going to have a timeout called, Northwestern will take the full timeout. 8:40 to go here in the second half, 57-48. Mid-America Nazarene with the lead over the Northwest College Red Raiders. But as we were saying, 3 games in this tournament where teams have gotten behind by huge deficits. In one case, Mount Vernon Nazarene against Dakota Wesleyan, they came all the way back and got a 1-point victory. In that game, a free throw with just 0.6 of a second left to get the victory. In 2 other cases, the case of Florida Memorial defeating Huntington. Florida Memorial, a huge lead in the ball game. Huntington got back, actually had a 3 to tie it at the buzzer, but missed. Then it happened again Saturday night where Mayville State got a big lead over Cedarville. Cedarville crept back into the ball game and ended up Mayville State had to defend a 3 by Cedarville at the buzzer that just bounced out, and Mayville got the rebound to preserve a 1-point victory. And how huge was that? Because now Mayville not only got that win, but then turned around and beat Northwest earlier this evening of Washington in the other semifinal game. And so Mayville State has put one of the tickets to the championship game tomorrow night. They'll take on the winner of this game. 8:30 the start time, Central Daylight Time. And that game will be broadcast live nationally on CSTV. So you can check the local listings, your cable and satellite operator, about where you might find that game on CSTV. The NAIA Division II National Championship Finals tomorrow night. The 8:30 start for the men's game. The women's game will be on CSTV as well, and that will start at 6:30 from Sioux City, Iowa.
Mayville, a 74-65 win over Northwest out of Kirkland, Washington earlier tonight. Mayville State, the number 13 seed, advancing to the national championship game for their first time in school history. At the free throw line, Cal Kibbers. First one will bounce in, just his 5th point of the night. He has averaged 12 points in the season, just 9 points in the tournament. Just one double-figure appearance, has scored 11 points, 7 points, and 9 points. Second one good, losing 6. The lead back to 11, 59-48 with 8:36 to go. They break full court pressure. Middle of the lane, Towns got away with a walk. Top of the arc, Stimson for 3. In and out, no good. Halfway down, and the iron kicked it out.
Boy, what a big miss that was. That would have got the lead down to 8 if that was sunk home.
8:20 to go. Kibbers out near mid-floor to Adam Hepker. Just a junior from Maquoketa, Iowa. 16-point per game average here in the tournament. Left side Keller, low post Hawkins. Turnaround jumper, shot blocked by Kruger out of bounds. It will still be Mid-America basketball as in for the Red Raiders. Chad Skyman along with Ben Brown.
Only 10 seconds to shoot on this possession, and we see teams several times will forget that because when they see the shot blocked, their mind just keeps thinking, well, okay, they reset the shot clock, but no, only 10 seconds to shoot on this possession.
Ward at Hefter. He knows the shot clock's at 5. Drives the left